So it's now about 5:15. We just got back to the hotel from the Live Strong Challenge. I'll be posting videos when I can. It looks like there might have been a slight problem with the video from this morning. But my my ride was kind of pitiful. I have to admit. I'm kind of mad at myself, but in all fairness, yet again, I did not hydrate enough before the ride. I did not train enough before the ride, and I paid the consequences, especially after the 5K run jog thing that I did yesterday. I think I kind of really did some damage. So I think the rule for next year is I actually will need to run a bit. I'll need to train a little bit more. Obviously, I'll have to get out on the bike. Anyway, so some of you may be wondering, well, first off, I gotta say, I love the sports bra. Love the sports bra. This is, I got it. I'm gonna give a total shout out to Nike. I don't know if it's new or not, but I'm loving it because it's got a little shot of pink, but I think it's tasteful and it's Live Strong. And this is kind of the story of the day, and I'll be posting pictures and like I said, I'll be posting some videos. It was very cool this morning because Liz Kreutz, who is kind of Lance's personal photographer rather, offered to document this morning. And to just give you a clue, we had this. And we have this, which is all matted up, strangely. Well, I hope somebody can use it. This was on my head. I basically got scalped today. See, here are the curls that were usually hanging around me. So I guess this is what we're looking at. Yes?
No, that's Zach.
Zach's in the shower.
Yeah, no.
Stop being a pain in the butt. Here, take the remote control and go away.
Lost.
Seriously. Oh my god. The one thing that's nice is I don't have to keep doing this, but here I am. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I'm gonna clean it up. I kind of look like a leper, so I'll just keep my head up like this, where you don't see just how bad it is. But this is me. Yay. Chris Horner, Levi, totally getting it while you have this on the bike. Makes sense. So here I am. I feel like one of those aliens in there was a weird show for a while. I feel like I should have like these weird leopard spots and drink some rotten milk. But I think this is when it sets in. Yeah, this is the real deal. So, but I am a survivor with Live Strong, because that's what's left of my breast. That's what they say. No, and one thing I do have to give a specific shout out to my son. Last year we shot out to do the 90-mile ride, and we both didn't make it. This year, I had no idea how I'd do. I had no idea how far I would get. I feel stupid. I only did 8 miles, but I listened to my doctors. My doctor said, don't push yourself too hard, and when you feel yourself pushing, stop. And it was brutally hot, and I was dehydrating a lot faster. I did have some really sweet moments, and God help me, Lance, Chris, I almost caught up with you guys. I did, because I was right at the front of the pack of the next wave. I was doing really well. Fell back a little bit, but was really speeding up. That Madone, thank you Radio Shack, by the way, that Madone flies. It just wants to fly, and I'm so not worthy of it yet. Next year. And I almost caught up with my son, who had caught up with Radio Shack guys. And then these tools, who either had registered and just want to be jerks, or didn't even register and want to be even bigger jerks, they don't even wait for the lineup and everything else. They just came in from the sides. Whoever you are, whatever cycling club or team you are that you think you're so hot, That is just so pitifully obnoxious. If you want to ride with Lance and you live in the area, just go out there. Just ride your bike where you know he trains. He's not exactly secretive about where he trains. But you know what? Some of us come from all over the country. Some of us earn the right to be where we were. And we'd like the chance to get there. And you know what? Some of us really worked our asses off this year to get to that point despite immeasurable odds. And judging by the way that you guys were out there, that wasn't the case. Okay? And it ticked me off because I was just about to catch up with that lead group, and this wave of guys with little tight butts and overly expensive bikes and kits that were just ridiculous cut us all off. And there was no way that we could catch up. And I was furious because I'd also gotten a really good kick, and I was kind of getting to the point where I'd be able to fly over some of the hills, and I had to slam on my brakes, and I never recovered. And that's just wrong. So whoever you are, seriously, if I see you next year, I'm throwing tax down or something. That was just not cool. Anyway, damn it. So other than that, it was a brief ride for me. It was 8 miles, but you know, they changed the course a little bit. There's this one hill at the beginning that honestly, if you can make it over and you feel good about it, you can make it. If you're not feeling good about it, it's tough to recover from. And I think also just doing the 5K the day before was probably not the smartest thing. Look, it's 8 miles that I didn't do last week. And shame on me, because I spent too much time not on the bike. But there's a blogger out there, and I recommend him to everybody, Blood, Sweat, Chemo. This gentleman, Andy, is incredible. He's a great guy. He won an amazing award. He's really nice. I've actually followed his blog a bit, and you know, he put me to shame. Because while he was going through chemo, he set up his trainer, and he was biking indoors. And I know Lance had done the same thing. I didn't. So I told Zach that he's going to do it, but kind of getting back to the point, Zach decided to do the 90 mile. And my daughter and I got back pretty early, and we were waiting in the right front of the Roses tent, and you know, just walking around the village, and it was getting late. I mean, we'd finished, you know, somewhere around 11 or so. And actually, it was 10:30, and Zach hadn't come back yet, and it's 1 o'clock, and he hadn't come back yet. It's 2 o'clock, and finally he comes in. Lance had finished the 90 at the same time that we finished our 8 miles. It was really awful. It was terrible of us. But yeah, and Zach comes in, and I was getting really concerned, and he did the 90. And when I asked him, well, what, you know, how'd you do that? And he said, I did it because you couldn't. So Zach, if you're watching this, I give you a hard time because I know you're having a tough year. And you drive me crazy, and you really make me mad. You really make me mad sometimes. And I know we've had some flat-out brawls. It's moments like this that make it tough to be angry with you. And I just wanted to tell you publicly and on tape, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, how absurdly proud I am of you. It's moments like that that just... it's heartbreaking, because not only was the sentiment there, but you followed through and you put in 90 miles on your bike, and that's exceptional. So if this is what keeps you motivated, then you know, just watch this video and just know how proud you made me today. Not just because you did it for me, but because I know this was a huge challenge for you. And you know, 90 miles is nothing to sneeze at, buddy. That's grueling, and you did it. So I'm proud. Anyway, live strong.